everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. It's Tom MacDonald Tuesday, which means more reactions to Tom MacDonald music. This one is going to be for the official music video for his track I Don't Care. Really looking forward to getting to know more Tom MacDonald, see what this one's all about. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what Tom has for us. Here we go.
Honestly, I'm sick to death of hearing the complaints. Everybody wants to tell me how I've changed. I think somehow I'm responsible for bodies filling graves. If I made the songs they wanted, were they fans I could have saved? Man, that's a lot of weight. I thought it would be great to entertain, and now I understand why mumble rappers say the things they say. They don't want any obligation to the fan base they create. I guess my morals won't allow me to be famous. If it's fake, I barely made it. I was living in the ghetto, always praying my potential wouldn't go to waste before I could escape it. I just had a mental breakdown, rent was due, I couldn't pay it. Killing roaches, scraping guts off all the plates and being patient. Ay, living in the hood could've got me killed. Kitchen full of rats, stomach never filled. They cut off the lights, couldn't pay the bills. I was always sick, couldn't buy the pills. Girlfriend almost left me, we were broken, we were desperate. Right before it got too heavy, I went viral off a record. Ay. Never signed a deal, I did it on my own. I made all the beats, I write every song. They did not believe I knew it all along. Told me I was weak, I showed them I was strong. Never should've bet against me. Thought my anxiety was gonna wreck me. Thought my depression would get in my head for a second and leave, but it never left me. Everybody says I changed up.
Wow, okay, first of all, he's not messing around. He just came straight in. Love the instrumental, and the beat is really kicking ass. Love this straight away. I mean, we're only literally like barely a minute in, and I already love this. This is I think probably one of my favourites of Tom so far already. And we're not even finished yet. Wow, okay. So this is about like all the struggles again that he's been through, and how he was literally at rock bottom. Basically, he was literally living in a really bad place. He was in a bad place mentally, physically. He was struggling to survive. He was struggling, you know, he's barely existing. He was just struggling in general, and he went viral off of a record, and the rest is history, as they say. Like, he's literally like climbed his way up to the top to where he is now, and become a successful artist, despite the fact that a lot of people were saying to him, you won't make it, you're too weak, you're not strong enough, you won't do this, you know. And at the same time as well, he's talking about the burdens that come with putting music like this out here, especially music with a message, with the kind of messages that Tom wants to spread and get across to people. He sort of says about how it's a burden to or, you know, is it really a good idea for him to take on this burden? That's a lot of weight to carry when people are influenced so heavily by his music and what he says in his songs, and that's so true. I imagine that probably is a lot of weight to carry at times, because you know that, you know, you want to be successful, and you know he wanted to make it, but at the same time, you know, his fan base blew up, and with that comes a certain sense of responsibility. Like, you feel responsible for the people that are listening to your music and for what you're saying and what those people are hearing. You know, you don't want to kind of get it wrong, essentially. So that is quite a burden to carry on your shoulders when you feel like you're responsible for all these people. So props to him for wanting to take that on, because a lot of people can't do it and they won't do it. And that's why he made a point about mumble rappers. He kind of says, you know, I can understand why they don't really speak the truth, right? Why they do what they do, because they don't want to take on the responsibility of being such a huge influence on people and changing how people think and how people feel and how they live their lives. They just much rather kind of live the, you know, sort of, you know, they'd much rather keep it on the down low and just kind of conform and go along with what they think people want to hear and what they think people are comfortable with. And they don't want to kind of, they want to avoid the confrontation of everything that comes with, you know, being a rapper with a message, essentially, you know, an artist with a message to put out there and to try and wake people up to what is going on with society and with the system and just in the world in general. So I love that he has the courage to do this. I you know, I've said it so many times, I have mad respect for Tom for you know, for putting stuff out there and getting these conversations started and bringing up these topics that certainly a lot of rappers or a lot of musicians even will shy away from, because they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to be seen to be disruptive and to be influencing people too much, to the point that they have sort of like, you know, everything falls back on them, you know, like, oh, so and so made me do it, or so and so, you know, oh, so and so says this, so you know, the idea that the masses would actually follow this person because of their political opinions or their opinions on society and the system, and how the world leaders and the people up the top, the elites, run the world and control people. They don't want to kind of be seen to be talking or heard to be talking about that. They'd much rather just sort of you know, keep things nice and quiet in their own lives. Yeah, we'll talk about, you know, sort of like the light-hearted stuff like partying and drinking and you know, sleeping with loads of people and things like that, and driving cars and making loads of money. But they don't want to take on the responsibility of people being too influenced by them, because they may have a political view or they have something to say about the way the people in charge control people and control society and how they run things. So I love the fact that he has the balls, frankly, to actually call that out, to call all of those societal issues and systemic issues out. And yeah, he stands firm. He's true to himself, and he doesn't waver. And a lot of people sort of think that he's kind of changed, I guess he's saying, but really, effectively, he was always the same. It's just that now he has a bigger a platform with a bigger audience, with more people listening. People want to hear what he has to say, and I love that. But yeah, this is kicking butt with the instrumental and the beat. Love his delivery on it, and again, I'm pretty sure this is going to be shot by Nova. It's probably going to say that at the end. Loving the cinematography and the scenery and everything, just the whole setting of the video, perfect. Right, let's carry on and see what else he has to say.
Changed up, 'cause I had nothing and I came up, now I'm someone they're afraid of, so say something,
yeah, that's the thing, they're afraid of him.
Everything you say, bro, I don't care, no, I don't care.
He makes them uncomfortable.
Fame won't ever make me change, so I don't care, no, I don't care, no. Honestly, it's bothered me since I've become this famous. People comment like I don't see what they're saying. I get death threats every day, and so my family call me garbage, call me racist. Try to tell my therapist that I'm afraid I can't explain it. Back up, don't touch me, I'm anxious. All of this money I'm banking don't make me happy. I can't win, don't get it wrong, no, I'm thankful. Wanted attention, it happened. Pressure from standards established. Amplify anger and sadness, can't deny that it did damage. Hey, take the bucks I made, take off all the chains, take the braids out of my hair, laser the tattoos off my face. Stop comparing me to Hops and Token, NF and M. I think they're great, but so am I, and I don't wanna be them. And I never change, but I'm not the same. I'm not the person that I was once. Alcoholic, always calling mama.
Sorry, I just want to stop it there. He made some brilliant points, and I know I myself have sort of said when talking about the issues that he talks about and how he speaks his truth, and I love artists like this. This to me is what rap should be about. This is what hip hop should be about. You know, you've got such a huge platform and such a huge fan base of this genre that you should be saying more things that are beneficial to people, that actually change society, that change the way things are, especially the negative things, and they wake people up. And unfortunately, too many artists will not really use that platform in the right way, I don't think. I mean, it's fine to be light-hearted sometimes, it's fine to sort of like talk about having a party and just letting your hair down and stuff, but so many of these artists, they do it way too much. Like, they do it in pretty much every song. That's literally their thing, that's what they're all about. And you know, you have this opportunity, a golden opportunity, to talk about the things that really matter the way Tom talks about them. And in terms of, you know, him sort of saying I don't want to be compared to like Hopsin and NF and all that sort of thing, I get it. And when I've said in the past, you know, I love artists like this, you know, the likes of your Tom MacDonalds, your Daxes, your Hopsins, your NFs, I don't mean that in a way to kind of say, oh, he's just like them, because Tom MacDonald is not. He's in a whole league of his own, just the same as the other artists are. Yes, there might be certain similarities with things that they talk about and topics that they discuss or that they put out there for discussion within their songs, but they are all very, very different. They all have different styles, and you know, yes, they can talk about the same sorts of things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the same people or they're trying to copy each other. And I love the fact that he said that he doesn't want to be compared to these people. because yeah, he has mad respect for them, but he doesn't want to be them. He's himself. He's his own person, and he doesn't want to be compared like that. And so when I say that, you know, oh, the likes of artists like, you know, Hopsin, Tom MacDonald, Dax, NF, you know, people that talk about these things, Joyner Lucas, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, the way he's talking about being compared to them, like, oh, you're just like another NF. I don't mean that at all. What I mean is artists like these artists that I mention, like him and NF and Dax and Hopsin and all the others, who are not afraid to talk about these topics and not afraid to put themselves on the line, essentially, and possibly their careers, and cause a bit of controversy, cause a little bit of a stir, rock the boat, because that's what I think that artists, certainly in this genre, should be doing with their platform. And with their fan base, they should be opening up people's minds and talking about this stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Otherwise, it's just constantly going to be taboo subjects all the time. Nobody's going to want to talk about it. Nobody's going to question anything. They're just going to go about their merry little lives because it's comfortable. And that's all I mean when I say, you know, when I've kind of like put him in the same sort of sentence as, you know, talking about artists like him and others, is it's not to compare them, because they are all kind of, they sort of talk about similar sort of things, but they're very different styles. And I respect and admire that each and every one of them for the different things that they do and how they put themselves across. They have different ways of doing things. So yeah, I don't mean to be disrespectful if I've ever come across, I apologise, like for sort of comparing him. That's never been my intention. I know that he's in a league of his own. In fact, I actually think, to be honest, I mean, all the others are absolutely brilliant, and they've said some like, whoa, crazy out there things in comparison to other artists that you, like I say, just go about their merry little way and just talk about the light-hearted stuff. But I actually think Tom is kind of up there, probably in terms of controversy, probably a lot more out there and controversial than any of the others that I ever mention with regards to topics like this, because he's, you know, I'm not saying the others are afraid to mention it, because obviously they do. They mention it all the time in their songs, but he does it in such a way that yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, he admits that he's scared to sort of talk about these things and what comes with his platform and the things that he says, and but at the same time he doesn't show that fear. He doesn't he may feel the fear, but he does it anyway. It's literally that classic feel the fear and do it anyway. And he stands firm. He's not backing down, and I love that. And he probably actually does it even more so than any of the other artists that maybe kind of talk about similar things to him. So I have actually mad respect. I think probably over the time, the reactions that I have done of Tom, as much as I love the other ones, I have to say, I think actually out of all of them, Tom's probably my favourite, just because he is in a whole other league. Like, he takes things to the next level. So I love that he doesn't want to be compared to them. Like, he wants to go a step further, several steps further, in fact. So fair play to him. But I just wanted to like say that that yeah, please don't ever think I'm comparing him and saying, oh, you're just like so and so, you're just like NF, or you're just like Hopsin. No, he's his own person. And I respect and admire every single one of those artists that I may mention, but Tom is to be respected. To me, he's well up there. Okay, let's carry on.
Was trying to borrow 50 bucks, hey, I put my parents in debt. I have embarrassed my friends. I didn't care if I died. I was honestly hopeful that I wouldn't wake up again. But I'm back now, knock me down to that man, but now I stand proud. Last round, believe me, I'm ready to scrap until they back down. Doctor gave me pills, told me I was sad. Never took them though, threw them in the trash. Made a couple mil, money doesn't last. Trying to smile a bit, living in the past. Everybody says I changed up. Cause I had nothing and I came up. Now I'm someone they're afraid of. So say some, whoa, hey yo, everything you say, bro, I don't care, no, I don't care, bro. Fame won't ever make me change, so I don't care, no, I don't care, no. See this Gucci, I bought it, I'm no sellout, homie, stop it. This is a symbol of the work I did that's finally acknowledged. This is robbed at corner stores while getting soda and some chocolate. This is bullied all my life by kids at school, I ain't forgot it. This is profit that I got from sacrificing food and water. This is dollars I had after finally paying back my father. This is failing grades and skipping class and dropping out of college. You can't stop me, that's your problem, I will get it if I want it. Stop telling me that I switched sides, my life changed, I'm a different guy. My mama proud, my girl stoked, my sister happy I didn't die. They're you're mad instead of saying, Tom, I wish you the best. Of course I changed, I had to go and buy a bulletproof vest. Cause I've been stressed, yeah, I'm a mess, yeah, I need rest, yeah, wasting energy on enemies I never met, yeah, I need meds, yeah, I need bed, yeah, what the heck, I should send a text to see if I still have some friends, yeah, now that I'm healthy and nobody helped me, I wanna get every penny independent, I'm a menace, I'm a wreck it, all my records got a message, I'ma spread it, and I'm still the person my mama nurtured to become this version, so shout out mom, I don't ever sleep, every night is long, everything is on me, Tom. Everybody says I changed up, cause I had nothing and I came up, now I'm someone they're afraid of, so say some, whoa, hey yo, everything you say, bro, I don't care, no, I don't care, bro, fame won't ever make me change, so I don't care, no, I don't care, no.
Wow, props to you, Tom. I absolutely loved that. Just everything about that, the delivery, the instrumental, the beat, the lyrics, just everything about that, just the brilliant points that he made. You know, as he said, you know, of course, to a point, you know, he's not going to change. Fame is not going to change him. He's still going to be the person that he was in terms of his opinions and his views, and maybe some of those change a little bit over time. He looks at things from different perspectives, but essentially he is pretty much the same. It doesn't matter, even if he wasn't famous. If all of that went away tomorrow, he would still have the same views. He'd still be saying the same things. He'd still be woke to the things that he's woke to. And I love that at the same time with all of that, you know, he made the point of saying, well, of course it's changed me to some degree. Of course I've changed. I've now got to wear a bulletproof vest. I get death threats every day. You know, some of my family have actually turned against me because they think that I'm racist, because they think that, you know, I'm causing too much of a stir with regards to the system and the way things operate and the way things are run. So of course that has changed me to some degree, but in terms of my views and the person that I am deep down, fame is not going to change me. I could be broke, or I could be as rich as anything, and I'm still not going to change. And why shouldn't he reap the benefits of, you know, is a total difference between some of these celebrities or rappers that he was talking about, who, you know, they kind of they enjoy the benefits, and that's fine, that's up to them, that's their life, it's their money, they've earned it whichever way they've done it. But, you know, they kind of benefit in terms of, you know, they're spending their money on what seems kind of like really pointless stuff, like they're getting, you know, a whole fleet of like fast cars, like, you know, and then you kind of think, how many cars do you actually need? Like, do you really need all of that? Surely, like, you know, a couple, or, you know, 3 or 4. Why do you have to have like a dozen or so cars sat in your driveway, you know, just to keep up with that image, because that's what you think that everybody expects from you? Because you've got the money, I may as well spend it, you know. But at the same time, why shouldn't he reap the benefits? Like he said, I'm spending the dollars on things, you know, design, maybe a few designer labels and a few really nice things. That's after I've paid back people that I owed money to, i.e. his dad. So now he can enjoy it. Now he's sorted himself out. Now he's sorted himself out, and he's paid back the people that he owed, and he's made up for a lot that happened in his life, and things, you know, things that he might have done wrong. Then why shouldn't he, like, now be enjoying it and reaping the benefits? He's worked his ass off for it. He's been independent and done it all on his own. He hasn't had any big record label or any big name to kind of back him, you know, like, oh, so and so got discovered by so and so in the music industry, and, you know, that's how they make their career and their money. And that's fine. That sometimes that is the way it works, you know, kind of if somebody gets discovered by, I don't know, like Tommy Mottola or David Foster or someone, and then that's how they make their career, and that's fine. But he's done it independently, so why the hell shouldn't he reap the benefits? And I love him for that. I respect him that he is still independent now to this day. I mean, this was 2020, but he's been doing this for a while, independently, and he's made it on his own. He's got to this point on his own, and he's still going strong. And as far as I'm concerned, he looks like he's going to carry on going. He's not going to stop anytime soon. So fair play to him. Mad respect for him. I absolutely love this. Everything about it was awesome. I think this is probably, one of my new top 5 favourites of Tom MacDonald's, just because of the whole message behind that, and just, making some great points, the delivery. Like I said, the beat and the instrumental, the cinematography, again, you know, just the way it was shot, and you just brilliant, just absolutely brilliant in every way. So mad respect, Tom. Wow, just love this, everything about it. Oh, awesome. And so he should enjoy everything that he's earned. He's literally worked his butt off to earn that. And yeah, he should enjoy it. But just so long as people are aware that, you know, they may think that he's got like this great life and, you know, oh, he's got nothing to worry about and all this sort of thing. But with it comes, you know, if you want to be outspoken and you want to set the record straight with things and wake people up and be a great influence on people, on the youth, or even on people that are older that are just maybe kind of waking up to things, whatever age you are, he's doing it. And he's been doing it for a while, and he's stayed true to himself, and he's not going to stop doing it. And, you know, with it comes responsibility, which is, I'm sure it can weigh a ton at times. It's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, but that's who he is, and he's not going to change for anybody or anything. So props to him. Loved it. So if you love this too, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more Tom MacDonald reactions on Tom MacDonald Tuesday, every Tuesday, and reactions to other artists on Thursdays and Sundays. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go listen to this again because I thought it was amazing. This is going straight on my Tom MacDonald Spotify playlist. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.
The grave.